about this weather we're having? A submissive sigh and the feeling of my center unraveling. I respond this reply, just not in the mood. This is painful like the dentist or a job interview. I just wanted refreshment, so I came to the water cooler, not to withdraw or to deposit rumor. He heard from her that he said something. That's no lying bull, it's reliable. You didn't hear it from. Man, when did the style of dialogue become so ostentatious? I have half a mind to forget we ever had this conversation. The art is archaic, sometimes I can barely make it. Listening to my friends tell the same simple jokes in different variations. This is where your imprint goes. You can make numerous statements, but most find it humorous trading Simpsons quotes. I won't recycle, just take off my coat, forget the mind meld, just spit what weighs on my throat and just be myself. Is a poet, surely. I feel like I'm in a soapbox derby to where the no-nots scurry. The rhetoric never quit, acting so nonchalant. Strictly for my confidants, automatic for the automatons. Converse like an all-star, it's so easy to sell your soul. I'm on my cell alone, hiding on a telephone. I don't know what the point is, but I'll join in. It's easier than coping with silence. Language is anguishing, corroding our dialect. It's in the lyrics to those damn raps. Blah, blah, blah. It's what's responded by the laugh track. I'd rather no one said anything, hating it all. So I'm standing in the corner, facing the wall. The human race needs rejuvenating from all these mindless communication devices. I drop to my knees, ready to pray. Funny, I think I used to have something to say. Salutations and a mandatory hip-hop handshake. Can't ignore the big shot mandate awaiting our evaluation. Walk tall and talk small, act in accordance of your importance. It's more effort than its net worth. Due to social factors beyond my control, I feel contemptuous resentments to these awful actors who lack depth perception and intricacies, who form figures of speech of cliches norm literally. Preaching lies and blabber, mindless chatter. I really can't wait until the silence after. I keep saying what, like Noriega, cause the more the bass up, the more I feel like saying shut up. The basis for relations employing my numb. The monotonous politics just boils my blood. Why do I let these deceiving bulls spoil my fun? The same reason I toil with drums, it could be meaningful. Accessible road with warm sights that keep man from the inevitable. Familiarity fills the air in streets with welcoming, comforting of home, but a bellowing of hunger for the unknown. An alley washed away by mystery, containing nothing but brain substances that connotate misery. Soaking in innocence, we're oblivious, where distractions are busiest, the abyss is incipient. With full out forces of full enormous temper, with curiosity periodically pulled towards its center. The shadowy path deals with no pride and no hope, lowering myself down the well, not tied to a rope. A familiar wisdom meets me at the convergence. He speaks with urgency and tells me to watch my peripheral vision. I can hardly see his face, but it seems I recognize him, blending with the shadows like he steps behind them. alone in the depths still, prone to these devils, screaming I won't be the victim. Filling with boiling rage, murderous seemings, cursed with these demons, killing a spoiling craze. With a profound intention, deep breath, count to 10 and release it. Now have I found dependence? Still feel disoriented, most cats do in sync, but what's like a new instinct, I flourish with it. Penetrating left Achilles, leaking blood, impeding him, definitely ends this chase. You there, suspicious looking question mark, in depths of dark, ambitious footing new trails. Slow down, let me know how your face becomes erased. Can it be shown now? Where do you lead me through these hollow steps? Do you stress all attempts, aware that I follow them? A compliment to my abilities to take a path, impeding me until I'm safe at last. Where are you leading me? I trust no one, I'll figure something, damn it. Inquiring mind, fiery eyes, figments running rampant. A light switch, a sight in recognition of the shadowy character, appearing as one and the same with the narrator. Why have you come here? What have you shown me? Why must I occupy these empty streets so lonely? Why have you come here? What have you shown me? Why must I occupy these empty streets so lonely? Superb. Enchiladin. Why you wanna be testing? The only way back is to come full circle, friend. And it's a whirlwind with what ideas are drowning in. See, some will surface and struggle and thrash and suffer at last, never to make a sound again.
Mute would just depend, you can still defend with lips and action. Video clips replacing lyrical fits of sound with passion. Still you fashion and expression medium to ease the sea of tedium. So if the heart and soul of the art is noticeable, you know me and him will be believing him.
I'm warmly welcoming back my neurosis. I was afraid the normalcy was corrosive. It seemed to order me into context, but I've got nothing to figure out with no complex. And it's bigger now, I'm stuck in this restless confusion. Got a million answers, but feel the questions elusive. How can I sleep? I'm befuddled and anxious, looking for a subtle translation in my struggle with language. Scribbling off thoughts, I can't read my own writing. I bleed my own striving, swiveling non-stop. I breathe the right timings with words I cannot just settle on. A self-proclaimed wordsmith with an inadequate lexicon. With a cellophane purpose, you expect me to take the time to make believe my thoughts are important enough to make them rhyme?
Read me a poem.
I can't find one. The well is dried up, man, just leave me alone.
I don't follow, I'm not a leader. I'm simply me, 6 feet with shoes on. It's never wrong if I decide to MC. See why? Cause pride is on my side, cause I'm proud of what I spit loud. So lifted I sit on clouds, my gift away keeps the crowds feeling like we're having conversation. Now as I stand to speak, I wash my hands to battle defeats with supremely cleansing speech. And the realization the weak is not a term that I relate to. If I feel a lyric is whack, I don't live with it, I make a new rhyme format. Cause I'm not a doormat here for stepping on. I write sincere and intellectual songs to affect you in the right and not wrong way. Cause that's at it and a futile path to tread. Like a math book for the last text on earth I'd ever have read. I spend mad time in my bed, sleeping too much or maybe chilling. Taking the relaxing reps to stay up out the ever-present feeling. Once subdued, I'll return to will and ill thoughts to exit my bod. Reaching peaks like softball lobs, I stand tall, exposing fraud. We rob my craft and art of heart and soulfulness. You start to eject the scrubs and head will forever coexist.
You can't long back until you've gone full circle, friend. And so worlds blend with what ideas are drowning in. See, some will surface, then struggle, then thrash, and suffer at last, never to make a sound again.
Mute with just a pen, you can still defend with lips and action. Video clips replacing lyrical bits of sound with passion. Still you fashion an expression medium to ease the sea of tedium. So if the heart and soul in the art is noticeable, you know me and him will be believing him.
Word.
Mic check. Conjuring countless contemplations with a fresh page awaiting. I sit with time and age slipping away, slowly debating with my gift to flip a dope riff and know it's my own. Thrown in Daniel's dome, where I fly with wings of poem pages known to amaze the greatest minds of Roman times and even those who came before, with lines describing the delicious things prior to the religious folklore they sing in churches. But what's sacred to one person to another could be seen as worthless. Why would I want to join a team if I can understand its purpose or why it surfaces and serves to give a certain structure? Drop the curtain on premarital love or words like fucker, cocksucker. Though I'm a hot lover and not about to stutter when I say that, and I pen curses in my verses so I can spray raps with spice. Like nice herbs to pack the pipe with, I write it to mellow meditate a life, meditated insight to demonstrate what I can do with the mic.
Stirring. It usually originates within. It's like I know what happiness is, but I'm not sure if it's worth the sacrifice. I try to love life, it's good for the arteries, but sometimes I don't pick up on all the harmonies. You feel like the outside world is a personal attack. Sometimes it's easier just to live like a narcissist. Questions asked, dirty mud puddle, depression splash, squish soaked socks and runners encrusted. In a manner of minute splatters, a grinning expression, laugh, substance filling out holes and attention gaps. Life is beautiful like perfection, then one struggle with said mud puddle, how unsuitable are perceptions. Laugh or cry, cause one way or another you have to die. Senile suddenly, meanwhile luckily you have a life. After school, sidewalk, home afternoon, I talk alone. Activated imagination, pull thrusters. Full throttle, and these things were never just words. Curious nature turned serious later and focus and flustered. Oath taker, never exceeding the simple. Speaking in symbols for any code breakers. I never made music to be quoted as a hero, but I got a tape if you wanna throw it on your earphone.
this commercial.
More ideas will come, I assured them that unblinking, chewing pen caps and thinking about how naive I was. Now they're losing faith and acting restless, asking questions like, who's to blame? Can I get a refund? I wanna sell my share. What do I tell them there before I've even begun? Now they're pulling the funding's last word, no more time or effort for rhymes with efforts. They wouldn't, the fucking bastards. People acting like we're chasing some evasive square, asking me,
are you gonna make it?
Am I gonna make it where? Some will fake it there, why are you so eager to follow? Do you think it'll fill spaces where your ego is hollow? You run around, play a little kiss and tell, end up losing half a fortune in a wishing well. I never saw music as opportunity, we'll never get anywhere without the proper unity. Make money, make money, bills on dollar bills. Make money, make money, the bills are dollar bills. Make money, make money. Make money, can't escape the pain, it's all for real.
I need an outlet, a route that's expressive, so I'm rapping crafted pieces of my soul I step with in peaks in the form of speech. I inform the people that civilized society is just lies, you see. It's medieval times evolved in technological advancements, dissolving all us savages we now call capitalists. Now I'm gonna crack the system with the magic in my fist and a frantic wrist scribbling to catch a blissful up before it fades. I snow for days, only breaking a urinator, maybe drop a conscious phrase, obscuring the state of dream waves. I ride feeling vibes on a frequency that's only reaching me high like miles above in the celestial gardens of green. And so I script a testimonial of what I've seen that made the lines rhyme at the end while blending more between the smoke screen distorting me. I'm a dope fiend with hopes and dreams and a focus on opening the dome and opus of the dopest. You've already flown the spot in which I stand, and so I'm making a mountain of bounce to carve in this tank. Yo, I'm not a bitch, I'm a man, y'all.
About your career.
Of a star is so far, but still I can see it. Outside of the city lights I look up and I can't believe it. The millions I needed to see to easily please my soul and feed my need to know about the solar system and the role that the moon plays in cycles. Cause in my life it's quite vital, no matter the scattered blabber of words, Luna can stifle the nerves when I gaze up and admire the curves and craters. Observing all the fantastic feats of this creator, I stand alone in the cold and the dark as my neighbors say, "Hark, who goes there?" It is I, Daniel, impaired on the moon's view. Whether stoned or high on life, it just consumes you and alludes to the heavens far beyond. I long to feel the magic of the celestial wand, so mystic and strong in its embrace of the creative beauty. So I make it my duty to create a lot of rhymes and maybe a movie to truly capture the essence of the master I call myself, and plaster thoughts dealt in tune as I watch the moon melts into my belt tip, embellishing hellish feelings I have. I relish in doing things normal people think are bad or strange in a sad way, but I get sad in the lab of my strange display, spitting it naturally, then rearranging what I say. So at last you see me take a break to relocate my sanity, go outside with air fresh, and I dare sesh and actually stare and trance from the moon on my chance to make some music. It's when Luna penetrates my mental state, I try to use it.
Thinking of astronomical heroes burying the peg of the American flag as phenomenal cheers grow. Giant leaps, alleged footprints, set footage, secrets that science keeps kept hidden. Who's not the losers? We touched archetypes of mythical context and got the moon rocks to prove it. Heart of sight, the physical God is within our reach. Limits all stretch our demented boundaries. Somewhere it must be of pure untouched, dissecting of new dreams, the reflecting of moonbeams. But sometimes skies cloud over and trap us. The ground becomes colder and no one imagines. I'm a trepid fool trying to escape the insipid lull at 4 a.m. in the opaque realm of the crepuscule. Brain is feeling drenched and dripping. My thoughts stew with no one to talk to. Pain concealing, seconds are splitting. Under the vast possibilities, I wonder of lost opportunities. I sell memories, the moments of anticipation. And sitting waiting, I draw common epiphanies. Shift my weight, negotiate and balance on the periphery. I lift away to procreate in silence, relative infinity. Ordinary and orbiting in a delicate symmetry. My gaze often drawn into heavenly bodies. No angels on earth, separately ugly, and my angles are sharp.
Landed on the bedrock in the moon. As asteroids loom overhead, steadily coming to damage our planet soon. Clear the room as I make for the door in the sky outside at night to be amazed by galactical sights encapsulated in moonlight.
Extraterrestrial feelings, precarious, gregarious, celestial beings, nefarious. I worship the moon's glow like I'm nocturnal. Walk around the prairies, pondering, causing crop circles. Whoa.
Techniques without the tact or technique used, and my buds producing me like break that shit and you get to bruising. Not to mention having to purchase a new one or maybe fix the old, and so I'm sticking them all in the clay of the words I say from the soul and not playing the role of beat maker. Tableless at the moment, I made a list of goals for life, and those are two components. Very major in nature to the path I plan to travel, and I can never really handle theory math, putting my mind in a dismantled state. So I put my lyrics on samples given and found wisdom in the music I make. With Grubs the Great and Charlie messing up the bars, so it's hard for me. But I use through musical expression with my friends like wholeheartedly. We soul straight to the start of this MC organism. I've been distorting others' wisdom through the prism of my mechanism. With the motto of respect what you listen to, ladies and gents. And don't be afraid to vent at the norm's expense. Only conform if it makes sense in your inner consciousness. While the vinyl spins to stretch the head thoughts to the populace. Yo, for now I've just gotta bust. Even though I like playing the DJ even though it's frontin'. My friends tell me to stay away from their machines like I'll break something, but I just like pushing buttons, figuring out what I can. Till my homies be like, don't touch what you can't make dope, man. Stick to what you wrote, yeah. Just stick to what you wrote. You know I won't. Feeling scarred cause my producer's harsh with hard. I harness the anger and start to blurt a certified banger in the direction of my best chums, molesting them with my tongue. But with no touch, not even one. Exfoliating their eardrums with totally amazing and sincere runs with poetry. After only 3 words on the mic, the people know it's me. Totally devoting my efforts to better the sitch with letters for now, forever searching for my niche. I give adventures to the crowd. Don't measure high, creating relation to the rest. This is my definition of hip-hop and how I just express myself. Vent my cries for help while still inventing an escape. I deal with the times life rapes me, but the rhymes I be making free of tyranny. In a musical land where dank can be weird, you see, creative autonomy kills any possible urge for perjury. In the hospital, let the surgeon get the surgery miracles, while Edwards brings the fervor to like anything lyrical. Sings it like it's spiritual. My friends tell me to stay away from their machines like I'll break something, but I just like pushing buttons, figuring out what I can. Tell my homies be like, don't touch what you can't make dope, man. Stick to what you wrote, man. Stick to what you wrote, stick to what you wrote, stick to what you wrote. Stick to what you wrote. Walking by myself, just me and the music. It fuses with my thoughts and uses all the crops I consume before I headed out. Unless I brought a split with easy stress after school. It's cool cause ganja fix it quick. Then I stick my head up high, viewing the peg with a red and shiny eye or two. Confusion about surroundings comes unglued, and I realize I had to be sober to misconstrue the attitude of society. Yo, I'm rude if I think you're lying to me, when I'm just trying to be honest in a world of pain and broken promises. I won't go quietly as long as consciousness is monstrous. In my world where I feel drawn towards a hordes of monotonous topics. Motherfucker, pop quiz from a prop. I pay for you to convey the facts. Man, don't think a teacher can't be weaker than a student in the class, cause it happens sometimes. Perhaps with me, but I was too busy just rapping in my mind. A beautiful ride takes unique design. Concentration of soul and something in yourself you gotta find all the time. Walking the streets, talking the beats, there I am. Just walking the streets, talking the beats, paper and pen. Walking the streets, talking the beats, my butt rubs me. Walking the streets, talking the beats, my homie Charlie B. Walking the streets, talking the beats, everybody be. Walking the streets, talking the beats everywhere. So impaired. I am a man still in the transition from teenager, taking many walks intoxicated on green to help me see the major picture of the maker scripture written to help the human spine. A proof of mortal design, morals that define and links to the divine mother of time. I smother rhymes together, play with letters and words. Rap's my natural expression when I fly like heavenly birds, high or low into the depths of a black hole. My intellect introspects, seeking for an exact role. For Daniel to find some actual direction. But yo, I'm passing out in lessons it's interesting. It's simple, invest in time to get my mind spent perspectives. I start with truth as rule one, to do my art so it gets respected for what it is, and not that other whisper fronting is acceptable. I'm only comfortable with skillful people put on pedestals. Medical practitioners like Freud helping me annoyed with listening tactics. Or any man that can spit a rap that grips the mystical elements. Getting you hella bent on hearing more while still remaining sincere like a snore or in the morn. You awake sore with close horn, however still hearing my song. Then I appear in the shadow of night, reciting nothing's wrong when I'm gone. Walking the streets, talking the beats, there I am. Just walking the streets, talking the beats, paper and pen. Walking the streets, talking the beats, my blood rubs me. Walking the streets, talking the beats, my homie Charlie B. Walking the streets, talking the beats, everybody be. Walking the streets, talking the beats. Only stopping to rest my feet and let the beat bless me. Let the beat bless me. Walking the streets, talking the beats. Walking the streets, talking the beats. Terrified that my life past or perhaps barren dead ends. I find peace in the pencil, but my mental can't for sure make the lead bend in a suitable blend with the beat, so I redevelop. Use a pen instead to tell it. To see my ink start to fade, you'll have to melt it or burn the paper, cause I brave the smoke and inhale the vapor. But whatever's lost on the page still lives in the maze of the maker's mind, so I take a break to find another way to design the loveliest rhyme and see the beauty outside the box. People thought to be crazy always amazed me with their thoughts and shots of the normalities of life, but brainwashed is how the same talk, and actually the norms are fallacy, and we get mocked by corporations with the richest stocks. I see these bitches with their suit and ties, so I rock the mic to utilize the rights of you and I. And yet, really, who am I to step to the world with my poetic insight? Don't always think I'm right, just guess I love to let the light shine from my soul, wrapped around my spinal cord and heart. So if you really got something to say, find an outlet or find an art from the start, know what I'm saying? Drop it, never stop it. The beats playing. Drop it, never stop it. Drop it, never stop it. The first craving I had for behaving strange was quite absurd. I might have heard voices, but I made a choice to voice my words with vivid terms and curves like a beautiful girl's body. My poem's called to rock the souls and not the party. Rock the souls and not the party. Rock the souls and not the party. Drop it, never stop it. Drop it, never stop it. Trying to fathom a thought that extends as deep as a canyon. Ideas fly like matter in the vast space of mind that I imagine. And magic happens on the frequent. People are decent to one another. Violence and madness seem stupid if you view the sadness of a mother who outlives her offspring. And now tobacco and tar cough spring and slow death. She smokes to ease the pain while leaving little or no breath for soulful atonement. Is at the moment that afterlife dawns, the clouds yawn and the God's wand reunites the sun and his mom. Nothing is wrong in the world for release the second, but when the stress of life's affecting, I'll once again try to pen a legend to remind me of the heavens, my treasure brethren, and the musical medicine I make to retaliate against the tension I feel from existing. But mostly I'm happy reminiscing about the times that it seemed like bliss is what I was missing. In doing that, I may miss the plot to the story, I may miss a future lover while thinking of another I have before. See, however sorry am I not, 'cause foxes are cunning and something deceptive, but still my mind strives for freshness till I'm old and decrepit. More can't grow in the soul's method. Drop it, never stop it. Drop it, never stop it. The first craving I had for behaving strange was quite absurd. I might have heard voices, but I made a choice to voice my words with vivid terms and curves like a beautiful girl's body. My poems hold to rock the souls and not the party. Drop it, never stop it. Never stop it. Drop it, never stop it till the physical diminish. Drop it, never stop it. Never stop it till the physical diminish.
Thinking of all them kids. All them kids. All them kids. All them kids that try to do this for all the wrong reasons. Thinking of all them kids that try to do this. Thinking of all them kids that try to do this. Try to do this. Try to do this. Kids that try to do this.
Off the swarming bees, coughing special smoke, hopefully evoking a peaceful vibe so I can continue to thrive. The spoken word alive and well in my system stage 2. But I'll leave fingerprints on your soul, so it's evident that I touched you on the inside. With such a view of grandeur, maybe some manatees. The blue whales are never extinct, so think of that when Danem sees. Even the grandest creature in the sea can't escape the hands of man, the plans of land lovers, losing another species in the sands of time. Divine was their creation, now I'm waiting to find another animal of word taken from the earth, and now my mind is where they all reside. But long shall they live in the cognitive. Positively treating all beings should be the world's prerogative. Whether mammal or reptile, this globe we call home is all our own, and not a test site for projectiles to be blown. Leaving toxic waste, and what a fucking awful taste. Contaminated water leaves contaminated sons and daughters. These are Chernobyl, thoughts not global than your local hip-hopper. Who's to stop a corporate martyr from murdering the earth? Playing the burglar of word from another species' birth. We gotta work against it and defend those with no voices. As we the creatures unify and show the creator cries and rejoices. we make choices with every living organism in mind. Collective wisdom we find like light shines through a prism to design. I listen and rhyme, envisioning a climb to consciousness. Cause human dominance is arrogant and inherently promiseless. Parents of the populace, listen up. We gotta raise the level of our kids' wisdom up with strength of rhyme, still beats of precision cuts. Cause for the mission of saving the children, our efforts are never enough. When a Pegasus brave the weather, clever and tough.
Thinking of all them kids.
While we're saving the children, straight up saving the children.
Thinking of all them kids that try to do this. Thinking of all them kids that try to do this for all the wrong reasons.
I wish that skin was transparent and blood and veins maintain the most apparent human similarity, erasing racial lines and finding solidarity between all sisters and bros. And now those with quote-unquote sinister souls will play the role of enemy to God's chosen homo sapien entities. And that was simply meant to be with a religious concept of morality. A fallacy to me, but my challenge is to see a moral palace without parentheses, encapsulating my freedom mentally. But I believe in extraterrestrials potentially lurking with testimonials of a perfectly working planet, with only geniuses that inhabit the lands, and plants sprout from sands instead of soil, and man doesn't keep animals and women living in turmoil. Because spoiled were all the lessons from oppressive professors, so then spastic expressors like me take drastic measures to MC and bring some pleasure to the populace. I've got a buzz as much as breathe. Trust the microphone I clutch and lust for life when I read and write my thoughts conceived in honesty to manifest. The Dan is fresh like secession, try to bless the world surrounding with astounding sounds to soothe the frowns and stress. To soothe the frowns and stress. Parents of the populace, listen up. We gotta raise the level of our kids' wisdom up with strength of rhyme, still beats of precision cuts. Cause for the mission of saving the children, our efforts are never enough. When the Pegasus brave the weather, clever and tough. Yo, saving the children, straight up saving the children.
Thinking of all them kids that try to do this. Thinking of all them kids. All them kids that try to do this. Try to do this. Kids that try to do this. Kids that try to do this. Kids that try to do this. Thinking of all them kids that try to do this.
Sleep, 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 sleep. Is a patient asleep, nurse? Is a patient asleep? Sleep, 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 nurse.
Usually musical monotony plus insomnia make a doubtful combination. With no muse for inspiration, I drift through drowsy contemplation, brought about from bouts of concentration and focus. Then I recall that even prairie dirt can bloom a beautiful lotus, and so I focus and try to find my beautiful lotus.
Is a patient asleep, nurse? Sleep, 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 asleep, nurse.
Waking eyes sometimes surprise me in the sleeping hours. No matter the depleting power, I never seem to cower from a Sandman encounter. But chief counter am I not, so I roast a fat roach to try and coax a rhyme to rock nights. As I ride the wave of my vice to a shore that's untouched, I'm dashing from character assassins on the bum rush, with guns clutched, but only blanks in the chamber, so I'm in no danger. Safe cause I search for the soul behind the eyes when I'm sizing up a stranger head to toe. Plainer folks or brain rapers, so I maintain to toe. Show up in smoky clothes, but you know butts is spoken my life's bike wheel. And I like to feel blazed, sage of 22, evoke an honest vibe to help you find the spirit to drop the money to hear the lovely thoughts of an occasional insomniac. The resting face can be a stressing maze with a non-expressive map, but I'm persistent to relax and get back to my chill demeanor. And my dreams of killing rappers who suck like vacuum cleaners. Well, I'm trying to find my beautiful lotus.
Is a patient asleep? Patient asleep. Patient asleep. Sleep, 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 nurse. Sleep, sleep, sleep.
Trying to gather the shattered panes of my scattered brain of glass. I'm standing with lathered soap in my shower of hope to grasp the true essence of insomniacs who ask God for narcolepsy. Searching for the treasure chest of rest, but the dark is empty. So I start another entry to my saga of MC rhyme phenomena, trying to marinate the drama and the juice from dark on my my jaws loose, and using my sore neck to bob this head that keeps the hordes of rhyme steady. My mind's ready for death, but I still contend that I've got 9 lives left. To see Baboon step in tune at Poet's house with total confidence. This feline's making me rhyme all the way back to common sense. Where a song's invention is long and nomadic, always so dramatic. For falling back asleep, I think I'll need to crack a book that's mathematic, or just look past the tragedies of a lavish life for some. Paid for by poor moms or sons who beat on drums, or maybe rhyme on looped ones. As the sun approaches rise, lo and behold, I finally feel like it's time for me to close my eyes and try to find my beautiful look. Usually musical monotony plus insomnia make a doubtful combination. With no muse for inspiration, I drift through droughts of contemplation, brought about from bouts with concentration and focus. Then I recall that even prairie dirt can bloom a beautiful lotus. So I focus, try to find my beautiful lotus. Beautiful lotus. Turn me up a little bit of my shits. I stay quite considerate with what I say in my literary innovations, knowing in the end only I am left to back the raps I make to share with nations. And many in a similar situation or mind space, fried staring at the night sky, eyeing insights in your familiar time and place, finding a spaced out emotion, and sometimes I want to shout it so someone can hear what I create, cause I fear it might not make it to my outlet. The pencil I spout with, to doubt it is blasphemous when I'm trying to encapsulate the happiest laughs and the most tragic acts, all within my rapping gift, acting in a script written by destiny. Or is it people believe in God and how he or she is testing me? But I'm taking evidence for resting, so I must bless my planet first with given spoken words of rhythm and the smoke from green plants of the earth. Organic herbs swim throughout my organs and nerves. Then I stop to smell an orchid while telling a distorted story to a bird. But I'm sorry if my words couldn't be understood, but to have to wonder is good. That's why I have a love for the night sky and the trees not made of wood, but also the ones that are the sun, moon, stars, and galaxies. Just comprehend and astronomical thoughts is how I wow and challenge me. Wow and challenge me. I stand tall in the north, hacking balls and crafting verse, and yo, it's word practice and both is being whack is the worst. Getting so fat you're gonna burst the moment someone gives you dap, but I don't hit the stage for claps, I just live the pages and rap. I stand tall in the north, hacking balls and crafting verse, and yo, it's word practice and both is being whack is the worst. Getting so fat you're gonna burst the moment someone gives you dap, but I don't hit the stage for claps, I just live the pages and rap. Live the pages and rap. Starving for some new ground to walk on, where thoughts are long and vivid. Strong is how I come with it, unconscious to my limits. But I'm not timid, shit, I'll bust a vocal cord and spit another flow that soars. Yo, it's another young rising sun thinking that he knows the score, but soul right to the core of all creative endeavors. Stall with letters like never, cause we forever made together. Braving the Winnipeg weather in February with cabin fever, feeling deluded and weaker, but my secluded lab of lyrics is the reliever to the spirit, bubbling in the beaker known as my body. I hold the microphone in my own zone before I roam into the party, laughing with my hearty hearts and rapping with my smartest smarts, listening to the Beatles, feeling all of Paul McCartney's parts, then realizing that art is in the heart behind the muse. I'm building songs like children with the rhymes that make them move, the beautiful and the ugly, this ugly sharp record. force. Those who play the harp are falling all fours to get to the golf course. The avid hackers, heat it up, put up there all out there on the golf courses. Golf since age 6. Check how I get down. I stand tall in the north, hacking balls and crafting verse, and yo, it's word practicing both is being whack is the worst. Getting so fat you're gonna burst the moment someone gives you gap, but I don't hit the stage for claps, I just live the pages I rap. I stand tall in the north, hacking balls and crafting verse, and yo, it's word practicing both is being whack is the worst. Getting so fat you're gonna burst the moment someone gives you gap, but I don't hit the stage for claps, I just live the pages I rap. Live the pages I rap. That's right. Democracy, creating hip-hop to differ me in this colony of normal folk, hitting a split and blowing the smoke, hieroglyph myth. I scope and decipher the script with just my spoken word gift, serving broken bits of what I know and never stuttering my flows, mothering a maternity warload of letters to grow in my soul, my central epicenter for verse, where it's tender and it hurts sometimes, but I work on rhymes to jerk my mind away from thoughts of love lost. Lust as dirty as mud but as sweet as chocolate when we were star-crossed, and it was hard to get tossed back in the lonely bog of bachelorhood. On the other hand, me and Rob can get back to plans, and it's actually good, cause putting down sound music for me is a life choice, and so I'm writing to reflect my poetic voice with the right voice, because the guru said to, and I praise the bald head slick, soul and sage and all the kids who can inflict the spirit with the labyrinth of lyric to make the fear quit as they steer the ship steady, kissed by the ocean mist, emotion spits freeze by the plenty, just roll up the trees and then I'm ready. Knowingly I speak flows to seek to show my need to know info, like I'm consuming herbs like Indo in a room with no windows. But it's simple cause I extract all the raps in art of me, with a sharp mind for rhymes and heart beating for the artistry. This artist is the part of me. When I render this with my tenderness, I watch TV and see these rappers with success and think it's fresh, thinking maybe I can see the same heydays if I can express my mental melees with rap to slay and attract praise for dropping tracks my own personal way. Then I hone the spray of words and write verses that say word to the humans who consume herbs. It's superbly crafted hip-hop, but I like laughing when the shit's not funny to a crowd of dummies who can't see the actors who be rapping for money. But I'd rather enjoy the sunny days with the overwhelmingly lovely rays engulfing my senses, troubling my vision like a haze of light from all dimensions. The guru in my ear got my attention back on the right track to my prior rap intentions. I practice for tact and try to slay creative pretentiousness. Every rhyme I intend to bless minds the world with tenderness. Sometimes yet my pen can get treacherous if I'm unsettled. When I'm seething, steam whips out in the form of lyrical beings from my kettle of spiritual feelings to show humility to MCs who made me in my thirst to do this, making my music a rhyme to fit the guidelines of the truest. Knowingly I speak close to seek to show my need to know info, like I'm consuming herbs like Indo in a room with no windows. But it's simple cause I extract all the raps in art of me, with a sharp mind for rhymes and heart beating for the artistry. This art is just a part of me. With my tenderness. endeavors that I work to get better at. Whether any get noticed is up to my focus, and so I blow the spot when I rap, slow down for my shot when I attack the greens from the fairway. But the short grass sports class, and so I bask in it, trying to remain sedated and fascinated from the first to the last minute in the set. Like when the tableist disables the table spinning ability, I might get silly and take on the world if I don't get affiliate. More specifically, the splits I rock are swish and chocolate. Pull it from my pocket, lick it with my spit, and then I'm off, kid. Lost in the world of what some call intoxication. I'm a green fiend, begging to live without the negative connotations to it. Seeking to misconstrue with music, fusing words of rhyme. I have a vision that seems forever blurred, and so I work to find a Windex for my mind to stare the eye and clarify the design behind the potency of my poetry. And flows are like going flocks, making jaws drop, lurking under the radar like the monster in the rock. Under the radar, I lurk, working with words and rhythms, serving the world with excerpts from this internal verbal prism, fertilizing rhymes in the shine of any mind that conjures thoughts as I rock under the radar like the monster in the block. But I am the monster in the lock sometimes, and instead of the murky water I wander river heights, having fun with rhymes blended in earring trumpets, feeling the funk of the earth. Wishing I could be a better uncle to my niece and nephew for what it's worth. I'm on a quest to search for answers to any question my mind asks. Climb the tree of knowledge till it collapses, and my raps get more elaborate, more emphatic and enthusiastic, and I could peruse the battles without getting my ass kicked. Describing the tragedy I see behind the battle dynamic, I saddle the magical rabbit and ride to the other side of the planet, mothering rhymes with pride and panic and habit with the green, but I frolic in the plants where it's so solemn and serene, and so close to a dream that I gotta flip the light switch here and there. Weird surroundings, but I'm not scared, and smoking to stay impaired and way prepared to share my musical gift with you on my trip. Cause yo, whenever I cruise, I'm pulling poems from my pockets while I rock under the radar like the monster in the block. Watch as I drop this. Under the radar, I lurk, working with words and rhythms, serving the world with excerpts from this internal verbal prism, fertilizing rhymes in the shine of any mind that conjures thoughts as I rock under the radar like the monster in the block. Like the monster in the block. Watch as I drop I come from River Heights, delivering plates from a so-called sinful life. Fly my lyrics like a kite, looking for lightning to strike me and electrify my creativity. The native ability reveals itself, and my two traits melt and make a union, taking movements in my mind into the realm of yours. While I'm telling you people are strange, just like the Doors did. Hip-hop sweats on my pores, kid. Gorgeous, but with a message for ya. Longing for confrontations, but with patient words as my weapon before they get to stepping outside-ish. Because my pride is too sizable for me to get undeniably violent, so I just try to stay bent on green, intent on inventing a serene state, awake or in my dream state. I'd be a fiend for intertwining scenes with the beats my friends make, blending breaks and drums, complimenting my playful jaunt with words. I want you to be ensconced with the feeling of real hip-hop when it occurs, like when KRS-One dropped it raw. PM Dawn paid the cost in the awe of the strong boss. Vlog with rhymes, and the Godfather knew the line of the cross, and so he set off to squash the lost souls. So Wacken didn't notice, so I promote the quote that record sales don't make your tracks the dopest, cause I school the fools with a lack of focus, straight up booming like a crocus. Just making an album so dope, you called it The Chronic. Yo, that was hip-hop, kid. Yo, that was hip-hop. Making music with my friends, having the rhyme and rhythm blend. Yo, that's hip-hop for me, yo, that's hip-hop. Grabbing a mic and a wax set and straight up ending a career. Yo, that was hip-hop, kid, yo, that was hip-hop. Mystified, making my music dignified and sincere. Yo, that's hip-hop for me, yo, that's hip-hop. Once again, the solitary times have risen back into my life, and I can get back in touch with myself and practice my wealth of raps and writing crafts, some new ones. Watch the tune, pack the bowl, listen to the rhythm of reality only I can know. Where time seems slow when I go on trips, when I close my eyes, so fuck for sure. But when I structure lines, I know the minds of those who already hold respected rhymes will be checking mine. So I dissect and design and try to cut down on Seinfeld. Maintain to drain the brain until my homies hypnotize the final spell. Slide me a variety of sample compositions. Then my ample thoughts within collide with the consciousness of ism, and the rhythm is monstrous. When I feel it, songs ease like a breeze on a clear night. For some MC's lyrical plight, making me believe in the spirit of hip-hop. Hey yo, I hear it and I'm off again. Sincere at all costs, I persevere with the pen and send another section of my soul. I spit to the abyss, but I see control is a miss. So I go with the flow when I mold my scripts. Go with the flow when I mold my scripts. Just making an album so dope, you call it the Chronic. Yo, that was hip-hop, kid, yo, that was hip-hop. Making music with my friends, having the rhyme and rhythm blend. Yo, that's hip-hop for me, yo, that's hip-hop. Grabbing a mic and a wax set and straight up ending a career. Yo, that was hip-hop, kid, yo, that was hip-hop. Mystified, making my music dignified and sincere. Yo, that's hip-hop for me, yo, that's hip-hop.
getting my face red because I'm frustrated, so irritated, disgusted, in my own life complicated. Nauseated, the smell of fear, the fragrance in the air. Hesitated to shed a tear as I stared in the mirror. Here I am in a jam, cramped into a small room. Know who I am, but damn, it's not the seal on my tomb. Doomed to repeat mistakes, I'm like the old wise man. From degrees my fate lies within my own hands. But the devil has plans to throw a wrench in mine. Wants to take over God's land and tries to influence my mind. Hindsight looks back on this old life I sometimes live. Music turns my negatives into a new positive.
We can extract positives from negatives, but first we need to find where the hatred lives.
Have you ever felt life like way down in the dumps and you hang yourself like that cat from That's a Club? Look at your reflection, just makes you wanna scream, and you hope to wake up in the soul of a bad dream like you just dared witness to murder. You don't sleep like nights before Christmas. Once again, you don't sleep, man. This ish gets real deep, though deep as a Titanic. Reality gives you the creeps and you're quick to smoke and panic, or you're dropping small pills, sending chills down your spine. Some do drugs with real thugs, wasting with precious time. But everything will be fine, till the life get you down. Turn around, do a 180 towards the ground.
We can extract positives from negatives, but first we need to find where the hatred lives. Yeah. I walk around with a sarcastic smile on my face, poured plastic in the attic of a slanted house. I'll have to shape to the containment I'm of. I've planned it out, now I can relate to my blood, hoping not to fall out of bed when I sleep. So plain and so simple, what wasted potential? Rusted and corroded, addicted to self-destruction. To live in this filth, we mustn't take notice. Accessorizing our worth, worried of diversity flaws, burying what's personally ours, damn it's expensive buying the dirt. Jealousy telling me what I ought to wanna be. If I can't respect myself, can I anybody honestly?
We can find the positives in negatives. We can find there's something to share, there's something to give.
Happy, happy, joy, joy, happy, happy, joy, joy, happy, happy, joy, joy, happy, happy, joy. Man, it's a touchy subject, I don't wanna talk about it. My thoughts are clouded, haven't I done enough yet? Whisper the secret, proclaim truth in a lie, in plain view of the eye, but what festers beneath it? What's so fucking horrid? Please explain what's so taboo. When I know that you feel the same, just ignore it. Curved honest memories to feel uncomfortable. Some subtle fool acting out neurotic tendencies. Outbursts exclaim, cloud burst then rain. My sovereignty just a novelty, now turn display. Private confessions that would describe the person. Shining projection, don't look behind that curtain.
When we can find the positives and negatives, we can find there's something to share, there's something to give. When I'm broken down to my last line of defense, I question my God, one day will this all make sense? Tense I am sometimes through my trials and tribulations. Writing clears my mind, poetry becomes my revelation. Occupation, life is harder than a man's 9 to 5. But some are so quick to say it's hard to stay alive. Every Monday they strive to make it through the week. It's either weak or strong, and it's strong or weak.
What tiring work, I hope they appreciate the strain. To alleviate the pain, we inebriate the brain. We were all stupid before, watch us get stupider, and collectively give ourselves to Lucifer. We can melt ourselves away with this, completely synchronized facelessness, conforming and suppressing the individual, losing control of the instinctual, contorting the physical.
Man, I'm my own greatest fan. Sometimes I wonder if my shadow even likes my music. My cousins only think hip-hop's cool, so they listen to my tunes sometimes. Anyways, I'm my own greatest fan, but I'm not sweating it, no doubt. Check it out. I'm my own greatest fan. Hey yo, but I'm not trying to start and complain. I'm my own greatest fan. Having some real fans, but too hard to maintain. I'm my own greatest fan. But my brother Jay Christ, my main man, he remains. I'm my own greatest fan. But my rocket foundation, God keeps his Negro sane. Most people would say that I'm my own greatest fan. Bob on my big head to my favorite homemade jam. Benno, but I don't got one, this MC runs solo. And take him to that step, that's a no-no. Watch my video in slow-mo, yeah, my favorite dreams. And even my coach said I'm the only player on team. I'm known to blow up steam, kicking back with a smoke. Laugh at Def Comedy Jam, I laugh at my own jokes. Not soda, public coke, but I do keep in sync. Now most commercial critics say that positive rap stinks. I guess I could be jinxed and never get the gold, but I'll keep rocking, even if records aren't sold. Until I'm gray and old, then I'm wearing dentures. Like the crocodile hunter, I'll go on big adventures. The attention to a freestyle saying Christ is the bomb. And send myself that mail at hotmail.com. I'm my own greatest fan. Ayo, but I'm not trying to start and complain. I'm my own greatest fan. Having some real fans, but too hard to maintain. I'm my own greatest fan. But my brother Jay is my main man, he remains. I'm my own greatest fan. But my rockin' foundation, God gave a Negro sane. Yes, even I would say that I'm my own biggest fan. Unlike Slim Shady, no one follows me to the can. Man, I have to autograph my own t-shirts. I don't get phone numbers from groupies, hoes, or flirts who wear tight white small skirts and watch only much music. There's no way a girl like that and me could ever click, cause I'm my own fanatic, but I'm not conceited. See, there's rules to hip-hop, and most rap acts cheated. I defeated my alias at my last round battle, but no one brags about whipping their own tail. I hail from way up north, so call me a Canadian who writes down the illest rhymes with a pad and pen. Wish I had a gold hen that laid only golden eggs. Maybe to have a license and all travel on my legs. Never had a kick bash or never drank fine wine. Make some clothes of myself and the world will be mine. I'm my own greatest fan. Ayo, but I'm not trying to start and complain. I'm my own greatest fan. Having some real fans, but too hard to maintain. I'm my own greatest fan. But my brother Jay Christ, I mean, man, he remains. I'm my own greatest fan. But my rockin' foundation, God keeps Negro sane. I'm my own greatest fan. Ayo, but I'm not trying to start and complain. I'm my own greatest fan. Having some real fans, but too hard to maintain. I'm my own greatest fan. But my brother Jay Christ, my main man, he remains. I'm my own greatest fan. But my rockin' foundation, God keeps this Negro sane. Am I really sane? That is the question. Or am I going insane? No, God keeps this Negro sane. Being my own greatest fan, there's much responsibility to that. Like I said, I have to autograph my own t-shirts. I don't have crazy parties. I don't get to drink Cristal. I'll ride in a Beamer. What is a Beamer anyways? Shoot, man. There's flavor in verse. Nerve in MC's tongue, identify that taste. So cause a song when no food goes to waste. Base it's cooked in pot, with an added flavor. Laced with spicy hot, appetite savor. Savior bless this meal that's cooked to perfection. I like big dicks, you're promising no constipation. Anticipation for seconds cause I still ain't full. Duplication I reckon, now that's a mouthful. Pull out these pages from the chef's cookbook. Outrageous and contagious, so y'all eat up the hook. MC, master cook, bridging all the gaps with beats and made from pots and pans. MC, master cook, spitting crummy raps with peanut butter and jam. MC, master cook, bridging all the gaps with beats and made from pots and pans. MC, master cook, spitting crummy raps with peanut butter and jam. My pencil, my utensil in the kitchen. Beats that smell so sweet and got my nose twitching. I'm itching my head as the thought process rhymes brought to your bed. Tunes you can digest. Request a DJ, bring Christ to the table. Blessed God Yahweh is not no fable. Able to whip up any recipe. Unstable when I fix up something so tasty. Patience Japanese, also tasteful. Mexican American, now that's a handful. Apple is a fruit that tempts your desires. Give all that boo, Christ and me can provide. MC, master cook, bridging all the gaps of beats that made from pots and pans. MC, master cook, spitting crummy raps with peanut butter and jam. MC, master cook, bridging all the gaps of beats that made from pots and pans. MC, master cook, spitting crummy raps and peanut butter and jam.